handover video on the Coachman Pastiche 575. So we'll start off at the front where you have your Alco hitch and stabiliser. So table goes in, stabiliser down to lock the table into place. To release the stabiliser up, this is the table. Breakaway cable, jockey wheel, handbrake, gas bottle, propane hose and bulkhead regulator. 13 pin plug which controls the exterior lights, and 12 volts to the fridge if your car is wired correctly. Also fitted with an ATC. Once it's to the car, ATC will go through its cycle and will go solid green or flashing green to show that it's working. As you go around the van, you'll see all the exterior lights working. We have your Truma water pump inlet, so it gets the trigger up, that stops in there, trigger up, stops in. We have your battery tray where your battery goes, battery strap to hold it in place, and two terminals, positive and negative. 240 mains inlet and your mover isolation switch. Two waste outlets, obviously where the waste comes out. Filler point for your toilet flush. Set which you can take in and out of 20 and put back in. Now inside the van. In the van above the door you have your master, water pump, lights, warning light, and obviously the voltage. You can check your battery. Not working, let's say. So if you're only going in the van, so obviously master on, you can turn your lights on individually as well. Obviously the first thing that I recommend you do when you connect it to main is you go down here to your consumer unit and you test your RCD like so, with a little test button there. You also have 3 MCBs, obviously, which do different things. So first one does charger and fridge, second heater and boiler and sockets. Then you have your 12 volt fuses, and underneath what they obviously are for. Obviously then, before you run the water, you want to make sure in this corner here next to the boiler, you want to make sure these 2 yellow isolation valves are down in a horizontal position to obviously keep the water in the system. Once then that is done, you want to go to your water pump, click it on like so, then obviously open the taps. Obviously what you want to do, you want to open it on hot, then cold, just to get all the air out of the system. You want to do that in the kitchen sink, bathroom sink, and then the shower. Once all the air is drained out of the system, your pump will cut in and out when using and not using the pump. Excuse me. Next of all, you've got your Audi control panel here. So you want to click the power button like so. Wait for it all to load up. The start here, you've got your basically saying you've got 240 in the van, internal temperature, and obviously that is circulating around the van as it should. Press the menu. At the top here you have your internal temperature, what you want it to be inside. You get the option to have it to 5 to 30. Then you can have hot water off on boost. You can have it on 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, or 3 kilowatt, and gas, or both. Obviously then when finished, just hold the button for a few seconds and obviously the panel will turn off. Fitted behind me you have your Thetford cooker here, where you have an electric hob, 3 gas hobs, grill and oven. Obviously to light, very simple. The electric, you can do 1 to 6, which then heats up this plate here. But obviously also make sure that that is turned down before the lid is closed down, also with the gas hobs as well. Now obviously to light it on gas, push it in while pressing the ignite button, and same goes for the grill and the oven. As you can see, obviously all the hobs are lit, the grill is lit, and the oven is lit as well. And to turn off, just turn them back to the central position like so. Obviously just make sure it is cooled down before you close it. Behind me here we have your Thetford fridge. Just turn on, hold the power button like so. And then you hold this button here for a few seconds. Just that way you get to choose from 4 settings. It's 3 settings. You have gas, 230 and battery. Battery will only work when connected to the car if your car is wired correctly. Gas will obviously only work if you've got gas connected to the van. Obviously, but if it does fail on gas the first time, just hold this button here just to turn it off and turn it back on again. And obviously the mains will, when connected to the 230, and to turn off, just hold the power button for a few seconds like so. If an error does occur, everything will start flashing and the fridge will start to beep. And then we have with the flush, you press the push button like so, and then you have this little flap here to close and open the flap inside the toilet, which releases it into the toilet cassette. Before we get onto the mover, we have an alarm fitted to the van, so you press it once to arm, 2 to disarm. We have a winterisation sheet, obviously just shows you the correct way of winterising the van ready for winter, obviously to stop any frost damage. Obviously frost damage, as you will see on this warranty cover, isn't covered by our warranty, and obviously it just shows you what we do include and obviously what we don't. Now I'll demonstrate the mover. On the van you have a quattro fitted mover, so first we want to turn the key like so, clockwise like that, engage it onto the wheel, then you want to take off the handbrake, then you want to double click the controller like so, then to go forwards, backwards, and obviously where the arrow is pointing, the van will go. And to turn off, double click the button, long beep turns off, apply the handbrake, turn the isolation key off, and disengage from the wheel. Thank you.